welcome back to another video. Today I am talking about the recent One Piece chapter. Now it has been 2 weeks since this One Piece chapter released, but of course y'all have seen figurelin Shanks, or at least Shanks' brother, in the manga. It's been 2 weeks since the chapter has come out, at least by the time you'll see this video, but I just wanted to talk about it. Now I personally think this is a stupid idea. At means of, we know Oda is great with foreshadowing, with things like you could look back in the past chapters and past even covers to tell you something about the future of one of these arcs that are telling, right? And he does a phenomenal job with it. But introducing a Shanks doppelganger or Shanks brother makes no sense. Now, of course, he could be planning a master plan saying that's really Shanks or not, but it does clear Shanks of any of the obligations of him working with the world government. Now, it can still, at least for some people, it can still mean he works with the world government through means of his brother, because if they don't see Shanks as a threat, they only see him as a threat because of his brother. Don't kill him, to not mess with him. Now, of course, they could just be doppelgangers or someone who just look the same. Hopefully it is it's a doppelganger thing, just because we know that Shanks has been riding with Roger ever since he was a kid, and maybe even younger than that. We don't ever see like Shanks' parents. We know nothing about Shanks' background. We know nothing about Shanks' backstory. Should they give him one? Yes, but since Shanks is still so much of a character shrouded in mystery for right now, it makes no sense to give him such a backstory, at least this time in the story. Now, is he gonna get one? Maybe. I mean, he kind of has to, right? Because they already said that he was making his move in the manga, right? So he's going to have all this mystery has to be uncovered, and hopefully more manga and screen time is shown through the anime and the manga. So he kind of has to, especially since we're going towards the end of One Piece. Like, One Piece is on its last couple of years of a manga run, great as it is. So throwing a doppelganger / his brother into it is going to confuse many more people. Many, because when we see him fight, or at least this figure line, right, see him fight, we're going to assume, or at least going to assume, that he's a master swordsman, just like Mihawk. We see him with a sword, and we know that Mihawk is the strongest swordsman. But we don't know if Mihawk ever fought Shanks' doppelganger or brother. We also don't know if Shanks even knows that he has a doppelganger or brother. Now, he may, or at least he probably has somewhat of an idea, because he has talked with the world government before, but he doesn't know, because Shanks has been riding as a pirate since he was 7. He was on the he has no idea. Him and Buggy has been riding the sea since they were 7 years old. So that means I would have liked the idea that Buggy was working with the world government more than Shanks doppelganger working with the world government, and Buggy being more like, you know how Buggy is seen as the clown of the show, someone is not being taken seriously, someone who has been easily taken advantage of, to somehow turn around and be like, ha, got you, y'all think I'm the clown, can I say that on YouTube? I'm the twist villain. And he should have, and I feel like that would have been a better executed idea, of course, especially him being one of the Yonkos. Oh, to see him so deep within the pirate world, especially since the world government got rid of the warlords. I would have loved to see Buggy play that kind of role, just because it should have fit his character ever since he was introduced in the first couple of episodes of One Piece. For real, he's introduced in, I think, the first 25 episodes of One Piece, and he's a joke. So we give Shanks a doppelganger / brother, if they are, right, to confuse more people, to give him more backstory. But now you're just giving him more mystery. Now, me and you, or at least someone who reads One Piece, should know that One Piece is going to end, right? And you're gonna have more questions than answers for at least the One Piece story. And One Piece is one of the greatest stories ever told, ever written. So I'm not finna downplay it. I don't like it more than Naruto, but I'm not finna downplay it. It's one of the greatest stories ever told, and if you're really into it, it's a great story. But with this doppelganger, this brother of his, it's playing a game where it can rather be the greatest setup or the greatest downfall. For example, if we see him go on such a warpath, right? Shanks's doppelganger / brother goes on this warpath and has to be sent out to stop Luffy because Luffy becomes too great of a threat, to stop Buggy and the Cross Guild, of course, because they became too big of a threat. Then you're turning the pirate world, or at least the show, upside down, because you're giving a different, it's like two sides of the same coin. You're giving Figureland Shanks, or at least Shanks doppelganger, more screen time than the Shanks that has been built up, that's been, given these crazy statements and has basically 0 feats except the ones in the movie. And you're giving them all to him? Oh, to a character we have no backstory on, we don't know where he came from, and we have no idea if Shanks knows about him. Just because Shanks has been riding the seas again since he was 7 years old. He's been a kid. He may have been a baby. We don't know how long he has been or what age Roger even picked him up, or why. And now you have the question of why Roger. Even did Roger separate the two? Because were they separated at birth? Since Shanks was legit a kid when he was on the Roger King's crew. Him and Buggy been best friends since they were kids. How does Buggy not know about Shanks' brother? Anyway, these are my questions / assumptions / it could be one of the greatest things One Piece can do. But when you introduce a doppelganger / brother into a story, especially such late in the game, such a new character, if not executed correctly, because it's all about the execution, can lead to a downfall of this sort of arc, especially since Elbaf is supposed to be such a grand arc for Usopp / Luffy in the game. So that's just me though. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.